we have just recently done 2 transactions that were out-of-state clients, big transactions, and then we've realized we've done quite a few relocations.
We've done quite a few. I think being like Zillow agents to begin with, I think you deal with a lot of relocations because you have people calling from other states or visiting from other states and they just want to see a home really quickly. And so you get connected with that.
I would say we're pretty good at it, though.
Yeah. Super
Now
good
we're
at
kind
it.
of getting a pretty good system with it.
I think we're good at it because we take, no matter how experienced they are, like we take them to the next step before the next step, if that makes sense. It's like,
Elaborate
hey,
on that.
so like, you know, whatever it may be, okay, maybe we're going to offer accepted. Well, the next step is this, and this is when it happens. Like we walk them through the process so well, and we just take our time and communicate everything.
Staying in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like doing that. Like it gets overwhelming when we explain like the whole process, because they'll be like, okay, now where are we? And you're almost on one of those like maps. You are here.
You are here.
Yeah, and so it works 1 and 2.
I feel like I was guilty of spewing the whole process in the beginning, like trying to.
I think some
Word
people are
vomits and
liking it
stuff.
though. I've been having the new client that we're getting, hey, do you want to do a session? I can go through the whole thing. Yes, I would. And so I think buyers are, once they're deciding to get into the market, I feel like they are opening up to the, I want to know the whole process. But then I think it's our job to keep them grounded on, we are just here though. We are worrying about this and then this.
We're step 1. Don't worry about step 7.
Yeah, and then we're good at doing that. A question that I wanted to ask you, because I wanted to get your perspective on, is what does taking care of the client mean to you? Because we talk about that like, oh, we just take care of them. You know, like if you take care of the client, you don't have to worry about much else.
You know, I think a big part of the treatment that I give people now comes from what I taught and I learned like in the car business of like when somebody walks in that door, it's like that's your brother, your sister, your mom, your aunt. Like treat them like family, you know, treat them, give them that like red carpet service. And so it's like when I have somebody, it's like I'm going to treat you like you're my family and that I care about you and that if I see you at the grocery store, I'm going to hug you and I'm going to ask you, how's the house? How's the kids? How's the job? How's the dogs? Like the treatment is just, I think, just treating humans like good. And then like
Treating humans like humans.
it translates into success, you know, like I don't know.
I know it's
kind of a
the
no-brainer.
relational
Yeah.
aspect of it that you are very good at. That's what I think is literally trying to. Mine is almost from the restaurant mentality of anticipating needs. Of
That's so
okay,
true. You're
we're
really good
in
about that.
inspection. This is gonna be what we're gonna deal with. So I'm gonna start doing this because I know we're there, but they're not quite there
Like
yet.
one step ahead. Yeah, you're pretty
Kind
darn
of.
good at that.
And then I think handling that, like especially with these 2 relocations, we did a really good job where both of them were like, we didn't do anything. You know, everything was just taken care of. Establishing that system, I think, was really good.
Which really feels good, like when you take the stress of whatever you can off of somebody else's shoulders. Like moving across states is already stressful. And then when you add on top, like, hey, you've got to coordinate a roofer to come in or, you know, flooring or whatever it may be, gosh, it's so much more stress. And so for us to just kind of take that and run with it for them, where they show up and they've got a new roof and they got new flooring and they've got this and they've got that and they just move in and enjoy, like that's amazing.
Well, especially when they see the house for the first time at final walkthrough and they go like, I love it.
Yeah.
And like that's super satisfying where you're like, oh, thank God. But I think it shows, hey, we did our job and we checked the boxes. And
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so-
and our job is so like fluid. People are like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "What day? Like what
don't you do?"
Yeah, what don't you do? And like that's okay, you know. I mean, having boundaries is good, but
do you think you have like a work-life balance?
I think so. I think that's a big part of partnering with you. That's been such a blessing to my family is I've been able to go to the practices, go to the games, go to the events, go to the field trips, like be a present mom and wife. And I don't know if that existed before I met you. I think it was very hard before. So I'm very
Interesting. No, that is probably true. We're very good at back and forth. You handle this, I'll handle that. And then I'm super big on, I don't think any job is worth throwing away family moments and stuff.
And you've
I
taught
think
me,
we've
like,
both
the
done that in previous jobs.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you've taught me like the boundaries of putting your phone down at night. I put my phone down last night. It was
Try
weird.
to throw it away.
Yeah, we just sat down as a family, like watched a movie about the guy who invented flaming hot Cheeto powder.
And it's a cool story,
It
right?
was a super cool story.
And then I think, and then you use that, and then you relate to someone with it, and then it's kind of our job.
Dude, I love flaming hot Cheetos.
Yeah,
Put some nacho cheese on that. Amazing. Do you remember that in high school? You
No.
would throw nacho cheese. You would get a bag of hot Cheetos, and then you would put their nacho cheese in it, and you would eat it with a
eat it
fork.
with a fork. I don't think I really did that
Yeah.
as much. It looked
Yeah.
like too messy.
I loved
It was a bit more
cafeteria
organized.
pizza too. So good.
Yeah. How do you think you cope with all the stress that we have to deal with on a daily basis?
I don't know, Cameron. How do I cope?
So you're gonna
I
ask
don't know
me.
if I
Let me answer that question for you.
I don't know. I emotionally eat, ladies and gentlemen.
I do the Cheetos and
I
nacho
do
cheese.
the Cheetos and I don't know, man. Like, you're a big part of that.
I think
Jason's a
it's-
big part of that. The Lord is a huge part of that. Like, I complain a lot to him and to you. And
I
to-
think we compartmentalize really well. And I think that is a big strength of the partnership again, where I will get stuck on a situation, but I always have you to work it through and workshop ideas. And so that's kind of, then if we even have to take both our heads and go to someone else.
that's so nice to be able to do
it's-
that too.
Yeah, but it's just that experience and knowledge still of, I think that kind of moves forward the success.
And the stress that I feel is not the stress from like clients or deals or situations or negotiations. Like, I don't feel stress with those things. The stress is like getting up and hunting and finding.
It's the uncertainty.
It's the uncertainty, and
volatility.
it's the market is good, the market is bad, the this, the that, that stresses me out.
Well, and then
But the
we-
deals don't stress me out. The clients don't stress me out.
No, it is. I mean, sometimes there is a bad client that can give you extra stress, but it is usually parts of the process that aren't going as they're supposed to, or the
Like broken garage doors.
yeah, broken garage doors is a great example, or the how our market dictates the uncertainty you were talking about. How
Yeah,
you
like
know, it's
we've
feast
come
or
out-
famine sometimes.
Like the last 2 years, it's like, great, we're coming out into positivity, and then you just get hit in the face with a frying pan.
Metaphorically, or maybe in real life.
Who knows?
Yeah, the swings in the market, especially since 22, have been pretty up and down, and so I think dealing with that in business has been a struggle.
Yeah.
But then, like at the same time, to be able to have a successful business and produce that, and meet the people we have, it's been that much more of strong relationships with them, having to
the
really like earn
gratitude.
the client.
Yeah, being able to survive in these last few years, and not just survive, but be successful and, win the awards that we've won that, I don't necessarily talk much about. And maybe I should talk more often about it, but it really shows to the hard work and the dedication that you and I have, and the fact that we do treat clients good, right?
That's, I think, the only way you have longevity in this business.
For sure. Yeah. You can sniff out a
you
bad
hope.
agent.
Yeah. You
For
see,
sure.
you see some,
You're like, why are you licensed? Like, please stop
and
doing
it's
business.
and you don't want to be judgmental, but then it is hard where
I
you're like,
won't
man, it
judge them.
really seems.
Sorry, Lord.
I mean, you were talking about, you had mentioned non-negotiables. What do you think the non-negotiables in our business and personal life, like what's the Venn diagram with those things?
Are you speaking like I believe in boundaries with clients? Like, I'm not going to work with somebody I don't want to. I did
Right.
that for 17 years. I won't do that anymore. So like, I have hard lines in the sand with people that like are energy suckers. If they're not great, like I'm out on that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Isn't that's been nice
It's been
that we've
super
been
nice.
able to do that, which is a hard thing to do. It's hard to have that conversation.
Well, on our last team, I remember talking to I don't know what he was, CFO or whatever of the team, and he was just like, grief per dollars, calculate it. If it's not worth it, don't do it. And I was like, that was probably one of the best pieces of advice I got.
Put it into a formula.
Yeah, just think about it. Like, is the paycheck really worth all the grief for
Yeah.
30 to 60 days?
Yeah, it's hard though, because I'll sometimes see person on the other side, and you see their struggles, and so you empathize, and you're like,
You're really good about that.
but then a lot of times you're exactly right, where you're like, that probably wasn't the best use of my time.
Well, I don't know. You're probably right. Where like, who is going to help that person? Like, I can think of somebody that I'm like, I don't know a lot of agents that would have helped him, but you did.
Yeah. How do you think having a partner has impacted the non-negotiables? Because I feel like with you, it's been more established of, as I've progressed in my career, of figuring out, hey, this is my non-negotiable, this is not as much. You're a bit more forceful with it. And so it works to had drive.
I think it's good for us because we do second passes.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, hey, I'm not jiving with this person, so you take a crack at it.
Yeah.
But then it's like, if you don't jive with this person, then it's like, that's cool. We walk away.
Yeah.
And really, we've only walked away once that I can remember.
No, that's true. But I even think like in our business, like our non-negotiables of, hey, this is what we do for people. This is our system. This is our process, like all the positive ones.
What is a non-negotiable for you?
I think that we've established pretty quick that as long as we're operational with pay and the client's taken care of, like we're good.
Yeah.
We've been very negotiable on that and
Yeah,
stuff.
we have been negotiable on pay.
But we know that like, hey, this line, like it doesn't financially make sense for us. But being able to do right by people on that has been like really cool.
That, like, there was never a, like, sit down, talk it through. It was like both of us agreed naturally. We just do what takes, what's best for the client as far as like you said, pay. As long as we remain operational, like, that's never been like an issue for us at all.
Yeah, putting, again, the client first, like that's probably been one of the best things we've agreed on and progressed with just seamlessly. Like
Yeah.
since day
But also
one, it's
knowing
been
like
like, yeah,
our
we'll do
value,
this.
like we're really good at that, and we recognize and read situations of like, hey, there's like really no way around it, but the value behind, okay, but we are worth X. Yeah, that's been.
How do you sell that value?
Are you asking me?
No, I'm
Oh.
just, it's a rhetorical. I mean, you can answer if you want.
Oh, how do you sell like the value of?
I mean, my next one was kind of, how do we find deals in this market? Is it a competitive one? Is it not? And so that it does kind of go into it of how do you build value in this and how do you...
I think just sitting down, I think we are really good about naturally building a relationship and building value into it. It's like not only do we care about you as a human being, but we are professional to all parties to the deal. So cross agents have said multiple times to us like, hey, you've been great. Your communication's been great. I love working deals with you. And I think that reputation will only attract more deals and benefits for anybody who works with us. It is a small world. Like real estate, yeah, you have 40,000 agents or
It's a
whatever
big
it is.
city, but
it's a small.
we've already
like-
come across some of the same people.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, that's very true. I like, I totally forgot what I was just going to say. I'm so sorry. Repeat what you just last said.
You're talking about reputation, like value,
Oh,
building value.
yes,
So being
yeah.
able to sit down with people and like build that value.
Yeah, no, I like that we've been able to together really project professionalism and everything.
Honesty.
Like
Like when you sit down with sellers, it's like I remember when we first started doing like listing appointments. It's hard. You're like, okay, like
Why
we
am
don't
I good
necessarily
at
see
this?
that value.
Yeah,
But like, let's move forward with that value. And then you have the really tough conversations. And it's like, we've kind of recognized having that tough conversation and being honest up front gets everybody further down the road
do you
and quicker.
tough conversations when you first start compensation?
Yeah.
I feel like and selling that value, saying no, I am good at this. I do this every day.
The compensation conversation doesn't bother me one bit until it comes to family and friends. And then it's
That's
like,
fair.
my heart always like is like, oh no, dude, I got you. Like,
Right,
call me,
you
hook
wanna
up.
help
You know what
'em.
I mean?
Yeah.
But like everybody else, it's this is what it is.
When I first started, I remember, like, how do I say I'm good at this? How do I convince someone I'm good at this? When you don't have the experience or the transaction count, And now we have a lot more backing behind us of, hey, look at what I've done. But when you haven't done a lot and having
That
to
is
sell
super
that,
hard.
that was, I think, some of the toughest conversations.
And I think the beginning clients that you get do take that leap of faith in you. And there are some
Oh,
of
I
the
had
ones,
that.
right? There's some of the ones that like they will be a forever
Yeah.
just person in your life, you know.
You're maybe didn't do the best, or you could have maybe done this
You're
a
like,
little
"Damn,
better or
dude,
something.
I could have done that better. For
Or it was like
sure."
awkward with the lockbox or something, and
Don't know gate codes, and
Don't
they're
know
just
gate
following you,
codes.
going like the wrong direction.
they're solid people.
Yeah,
They're great people.
Yeah, super, super great people, and you know they.
Have you kept any clients or from deals that have fallen apart? Have you?
Tyler.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great
Yeah,
example.
I mean, I talked
Bleep
to.
that name out.
Yeah, bleep the name out. Sorry, Tyler.
Again.
Yeah, no, I absolutely, and hopefully in the future, like I have a client that we took the house off the market just because it wasn't the right time. I couldn't get him the money he wanted,
Mm-hmm.
so he's renting it out, and I hope I would think that we're going to list again, but
I think it
I
was the
talked to
better
him.
option. Again, we did right by the client.
for sure. I mean, I talked to him about all things world and politics, and
Yeah, and you have that relationship with him.
we get crazy. On
It's
some of the stuff.
it's tough though when a deal falls apart. Feelings get hurt. You had one go to arbitration.
Yeah, that was a minute ago. That was my very first deal.
Feels first deal
That was
ever.
my very first deal.
How crazy is that?
Yeah, I didn't want to ever talk to that person again, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a tough one. There are some times where
Terrible.
you have feelings get hurt, and even on our side, like we have to deal with all that. We hold all of that, and so, yeah, I have a few clients that I don't
Yeah,
necessarily
don't
want to
wanna.
talk with either.
I would probably walk the other way in the grocery store, but
So let me ask you, okay, how has these complexities as you've progressed throughout your career altered into your personal life? Because I, for
what do you mean?
instance, so I feel like my patience has grown a big amount.
I'd probably help with that.
Gratitude, because it's such big moments. You know, we don't do a ton of deals. We're not like crazy high producers. So the people that we do help, it's very intimate, and
Yeah.
we get to know them. And so then by the end of it, it's a big celebration. But yeah, I forgot where I was going with that. Sorry.
I don't know. I think probably thinking more about like the person on the other side, because you are, hip to hip, linked arms for 6 months to a year sometimes, and so it's like really getting to know that person, and yeah, I don't know.
You're really good at staying in touch with them. Like that's one thing I definitely appreciate with you. Your client retention or just client forward thinking is really impressive, which you've said it comes from the car industry.
Yeah, that was just retention was huge in both service and sales side.
Yeah.
You didn't want defectors for as much as possible.
But you do it not really like a car person. Like you put
I was
personal
never a car person. Like I was
touches-
in the car business, but thank God I wasn't a car person.
so you put these personal touches on it, and I feel like that's why it's successful.
But it comes from a place that we actually care. Like it's not like I'm dragging you through these moments. Like you care just as much as I do.
Oh,
I
I
just think
do.
as a woman, like for one, naturally we just kind of lean more into the nurturing side of things.
I think though you especially have a skill for anticipating someone's, hey, this gift would be meaningful, and it's not always, oh, it's just the most expensive. You're
what
great
is
at
it?
that.
Love language is like giving gifts.
Gift giving,
Gift giving.
words of affirmation is a great one. What are the, speaking of like deals falling apart, what's and we kind of mentioned this earlier, what do you think is the hardest conversation in real estate that you've had, or what do you think like will be?
The hardest
coming up?
conversation I've had.
Yeah. What are some of the tough ones?
Any sort of like cancellations are tough.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously when it's either you're representing the seller or the buyer. Yeah, I don't know. I guess those
Price
are like,
cuts for me,
price cuts are tough too.
especially early on. They're not as hard. Now I'll fully recognize that, and I wonder what will be hard going into the future.
I do struggle with price cuts.
Yeah, they're always not the most fun because it's literally, almost.
And then they always go fine.
yeah,
Like you're just like, oh, we got a drop, and then it's like, okay.
well, there's strategy to them
For
as
sure,
well,
yeah.
which we've learned. But initially, you just go, hey, I was wrong. My bad.
And no, we weren't wrong. I mean, there was a couple of times maybe we were wrong.
Oh,
but
yeah, it's
the
it's
market just
happened.
shifts, and
Yes, yeah. But then again, I feel like, have knowledge and much better foresight.
For sure.
We can see months ahead, whereas there I was only anticipating, 2 weeks ahead or something.
yeah, now it's months on market for sure.
I liked, you had mentioned when we were talking earlier, and I hope you can remember it, your view of success, how it's changed since we've been working together.
Yeah. I think when I got into this business, I I wanted to prove a point. Like I wanted to prove myself to others, and maybe to myself too, of just being successful at this. And now success looks like going to baseball practice, going to games on Saturday, having that freedom to do that kind of stuff, to me is way better than any award or top producer name badge I could ever get. Because
Even
these
more
years,
than the money?
yeah, oh gosh, yeah. Because these
Nice.
years are going away. I have my oldest son will be a freshman in July, so I have such a limited time with them that I don't want to give that up for any amount of money.
That's
I was
funny.
literally asked like 500 grand to go back to the car business. Like, would you take it?
That's funny. Would you?
No,
Good.
in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would say no 10 times over. You would?
No.
Oh, I would not. Mm-mm.
No.
I would not.
I definitely am monetarily driven, but since working with you, I've helped establish better realistic goals of, hey, this is actually, I'm good with this amount. It's great to make this amount, but, I'm cool,
Yeah.
Again, being operational, I am super grateful for how much I have, how far I've come and stuff. And
It's
so,
like we don't really want for anything more.
yeah, and
Like
that's,
when you think about everything that we have.
but I feel like I've even seen that shift in you
Like
over
I don't
the
need
years.
a Lambo.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I would have never bought a Lambo, but
Yeah. What about a GT 500 or something?
no, I'm more of an old car, muscle car vibe. I like the
There you
V8,
go.
the throaty.
Or a supercharged 5.0 Coyote engine?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I do like the Mustangs.
Yeah. Okay, so you
There-
said 500 grand, you're not going back to the car industry. If you weren't in real estate, what would you do?
Gosh, hopefully nothing. Hopefully I could just be a mom and a wife. I don't know.
Just gonna stay at home.
Is money not an object? Is that
No,
what you're
you
asking
still
me?
no. Money is an
I
object.
still
Yeah,
have to
you
make
have
money?
to. Yeah, you have to go
Oh,
make
God,
money
that's
and
a
stuff.
depressing thought.
I
I don't
know.
know.
What would you?
I have no idea.
You don't?
No.
No, I would.
I don't have a plan B. I
I
don't
would-
have a backup plan.
I think we would buy excavating equipment and we would get into the pool business, pool building business.
Or junk pickup.
Yeah,
We've picked up plenty of junk
we can do
before.
that really well.
We've taken
That's
my
pretty
truck and
funny.
trailer and picked up junk, so we're already 50% there.
I know. I'm just confirming here on live TV that you don't have a backup plan. This is it.
I mean, I don't know if you want to pencil in doing junk removal.
I think you've got a trailer. We can lift stuff.
We can lift stuff. Justin, do you want to help?
Yeah. All of a sudden, we're putting Justin.
Third partner.
Um,
We tried to open another business, and that one's been paused for a little bit.
Yeah. You gotta try different things. How do you think? Have you always been good at building long-term relationships in business?
I don't know. Before I got into client retention, I was very much employee retention. That's always come naturally to me. So I was in
Okay.
management for many, many years, the majority of my career. And I always was like, how do we make sure that we have happy employees? That was really important to me. And, corporate's always like, oh, pizza parties on Fridays, stupid shit like that. But just taking it a step further of getting to know the people, getting to know their families, things like that. And then it segued into client retention.
Right, and now it's into clients, and so you have always been good at that.
Yeah.
I've definitely had to learn it. I was very good at, hey, we're here. I'm going to take great care of you, and then you're
and burn.
leaving. Yeah, turn and burn
That's
for
okay
sure.
too. There's a place for that.
Yeah.
There's a place for that. Absolutely.
Well, I'm great at, again, in the moment, taking care of the client. But we know this business is so much more about, hey, the relationship after the closing.
But that's
how do
where,
you nurture them?
We come in. It's you're so good at that. and then I can be so good at the nurturing side, and then together we're like
True.
superpower.
Yeah, and that's why it works.
And that's why it works.
Yeah, remember that, clients.
Superpowers.
Okay, last question. Can you walk into a house and not start thinking about what it's worth?
Yeah.
You can?
Okay, maybe not. Like, okay, so let's say I walk in and I'm giving like the specs of a home, and I like start looking around, and then I guess once I look at if
Even
I don't
you,
already
if
know
you
the
go to like
price
friends
of
or
it.
family or something, you don't ever think like
Oh, I don't do that for sure.
it doesn't naturally.
No, unless they ask me a question. That's part of my problem, Cameron. It's like once the realtor hat comes off,
Yeah,
I'm just willy-nilly in life.
They're like, hey, what do you think this is worth? And you're like, damn, I don't even know, man.
I'm like, oh, well, no, once I get prompted, then absolutely I can start saying it to
Oh,
them.
it's
But
like-
I for sure don't walk into somebody's house and go like, oh yeah, this is a $700,000 home.
Well, I don't think I'm necessarily that good, but I will. Every home I'm in, I wonder at least, and
Oh,
I'm
that's
like,
so
I wonder if I
funny.
could look it up and yeah, I'd figure it out, and then it's like, I don't necessarily need to do that, but any home I see,
I don't know if that's good or a
at
bad
least
thing,
in the
but
like Phoenix area, yeah, that's funny. See, that's the difference between us.
yeah, that's cool that you do that. But like, I don't know why. I don't know why I don't.
Yeah, that's pretty much all the questions I had. We went through them. We're on 11:45, so we have like 15 more minutes. Do you want me to ask you about the aliens?
No, you can't ask me about the aliens. I don't know if I'm ready for my
No,
secret
no,
to be
no,
out.
we don't want to say that.
I don't know.
Edit this out.
It is wild to me that people don't believe in aliens, but
Uh,
a lot of good questions.
yeah, I think.
What do you like about Arizona the most?
Oh, that's a good one. I love our grid system with our streets.
Oh, me too.
Our hikes. We have great mountains around
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
And then in Arizona, you have way different elevations. Flagstaff isn't that far away. Mogollon Rim, Tonto Forest.
That's so true.
Go up to Page, Lake Powell. We have Lake Saguaro, Canyon Lake.
And then you got Tucson. Tucson's got one of the
Tucson
tallest
has Mount
mountains,
Lemon.
right?
Yeah. Tucson, it's so funny. It's so different.
I've been in Tucson in years.
Different road layout, older. But yeah, and then it goes down further into desert and everything. And so, what do you like about?
Literally all the things that you just said.
Yeah. We have great restaurant scene.
See, and then when I've traveled to like other places, I'm like, our food isn't that good here.
You can find them. You have to search.
I guess, yeah. You
We
can,
we
for
have
sure.
so much mass produced. So you've got tons of McDonald's and
We do have a lot,
yeah, and other.
which I enjoy.
There's nothing wrong with it, but then you can find like the place that Brian and I go. Now it has its second location, but really good.
I love open enrollment for public schools. And
Yeah,
I
that's
love all
gotta be
the,
huge.
the school options. Like, you don't just have to do public, you've got charter, you've got private. Where I'm from, it was like wherever you lived is
That's
where
it.
you went to the school. Like, that was just it. So I absolutely love both of my boys don't go to school districts that we live in.
Yeah, that's got to be really, really helpful.
It's super
So
helpful
kinda
to
pick
be able to
your-
pick that.
What is your favorite thing about their ages right now?
That they're turning into these little men. That, like, I don't know, like Ryder is
bigger than you, and
Yeah, Ryder is coming into his own, doing his hair every morning, wanting to, wear certain clothes and cologne. And
that's awesome.
yeah, and then Striker's kind of coming into that too. I think he grows up a little bit faster because he's the younger one looking at the older one. So now he's like, he wants to start working out and doing his hair.
Yeah, I
Every-
did that with my brothers.
I can imagine.
You totally see them do something, and you're like, I can do it too.
And I didn't-
even though you're just a few years younger.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that sibling thing growing up, so it's been super cool to watch,
That is really cool.
being able to see them interact.
Yeah, I like all the different personalities of my dogs.
Your doggies.
Yeah, like that's what makes the pack. And the
You do have
uniqueness of it.
so many different personalities and like fun ones. Like even Katie Sue, who's a pain in the ass, is like she's just a pain in the ass. But like
But-
you know that.
They're all. It's so weird how it blends together and meshes together, and it
And
works.
you have a
and-
husky. Like that's wild.
Oh, so dramatic, and yeah, big ones, little ones,
Yeah, you
loud
have all-
ones, quiet ones.
Yeah, you have all the. You don't have really quiet ones. Who's
Walter's
quiet?
Walter's quiet.
Oh,
I
Walter's
really don't
quiet?
hear him bark.
He's a cutie.
Kind of timid.
He's
just
super
rides
cute.
around. No teeths.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have any teeth.
It's adorable when you have to give him medicine and stuff.
Do you have to do it for him?
Well,
Or
we
you
fold
just,
it
like,
up in like
hold it
lunch meat.
back and
No, and
flop
we
it
just
in?
give it and he'll get it down and stuff.
Do you have any dog who doesn't take medicine?
Yeah. Dodge, Shomo, Elvis, and Kiwi and Bella aren't on medicine, but they have supplements.
Okay.
Like Cosequin and fish
No idea what
omegas
that
and
is.
things like that.
What's Cosequin for?
It's like joint stuff for
Oh,
them.
you're such a good dog dad.
You have to take care of them.
I know.
They're important. Some would argue very important.
They are very important. I think dogs are like angels on the earth. Like they love you. You're their world. You come home from a shitty day and they're there and they love you. You know?
Unconditionally.
Unconditionally.
And they don't need a lot either. Like, it's funny because, and then it's like good for us to do the things for them. Like, oh, go take them on a walk
And
and,
they do have
let them sniff and
personalities.
stuff.
It's crazy. I wish they could talk. Did you?
I would love that, but then, like, I feel like it would break our hearts.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because they'd be like, where have you been? I want you to be home. Play with me. And, like, you'd be like, oh, man, I'm
Do you
tired,
think
buddy.
after every day they would ask? Do you think they would
Probably,
just get used
dude.
to
I
it?
bet some of my dogs want to just keep going. But I would be so curious on that. Maybe we'll get there in the future with AI.
Do you think some dogs have like autism?
I
any
think
sort of-
there's developmental diseases in dogs that they
Like slower?
Yeah, they don't comprehend quite as quickly, or they can even have like traumatic brain injuries and things like that.
One of my dogs got dropped when they were a puppy, and I don't remember who it was. He either got dropped or got stepped on. I can't
Oh,
remember.
no.
And they were like little. Maybe it was Ace, because my dog Ace is so dumb. Like, he's dumb. Like, lights on,
No,
nobody's home.
there are
Dumb.
yes, there you can see that in.
I did
swear,
not
I can swear
do
you
the
see that in
stepping
humans
or
sometimes.
the dropping, by the way, disclaimer.
Yeah.
It was not me
Yeah,
or anybody in my family.
accidents happen. I mean, you're
It
still
was
taking care of
accidents.
him, and
Yeah.
No,
Somebody-
there's some dogs that will like run into walls and stuff, and you're like, oh, but that's what you need to take care of them.
I feel like if a dog runs into a wall, that's a vet visit, because
That's
it's
fair,
like,
yeah.
that's neural.
Yeah, that's like a neurological problem. We can't say that. Edit
We can't
that part
say
out.
that. No.
No, I very much like my dogs, but I like my nieces and nephews, and then your kids are great to watch growing up. And
You know what I've realized in our career is like vendor relationships, so like contractor relationships are so important.
that's something you realized.
I think
was
so.
big
I
on
don't
that in
remember
the restaurant
getting
industry.
into it, but same like in the car business, like you have to have good
Yeah, your
vendors
suppliers
and
and
support
stuff.
and
and
suppliers. But like I guess in this, I didn't realize.
I didn't realize how many we would have.
Yeah,
Where
true.
we have to have a Rolodex. I mean, it's literally, hey, do you have a window guy? Hey, do you have a termite guy? Hey, do you have a guy who makes
Cameron
stools?
literally has a Rolodex at home.
I love a Rolodex.
I know.
I'd like to flip through it.
He calls on his house phone that still has a cord.
And dials.
It is so weird
younger
when
than
I
you.
watch my kids hold a phone. Like I don't even know how to explain it. They're so awkward when
They just don't hold it right.
Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Like it's such a weird thing. I don't even know how to explain it.
Okay, so here I'll throw you for a loop. Think about what their kids are gonna grow up with.
They're just gonna like,
It's just gonna be
it's
implanted.
gonna be in them, and they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Hey, mom, what's going
Yeah.
on? Hey, grandma."
Projects, and you're just like FaceTiming.
And then
right
I'm just a
there.
head, and my body's gone.
in a jar. Futurama.
Like here it is. Like, oh, she's 150
Yeah,
years old, and
she's-
she's just a head.
I love you so much.
And then you just have Jason, 250 years old. Just kidding. What do you think it's gonna look like? And I don't know. I don't even know where to go because 10 years goes by really fast. 30 years. So in 30 years, I will be 70, and you will
Oh,
be
goodness.
66.
Yeah.
And I hope that we are not still doing open
Still
houses.
doing open houses and
No,
stuff?
I don't want to
No,
be
we
doing
might.
open
Yeah,
houses
we'll
at
be
70.
retired by then. But I think actually thinking of, okay, what does it look in 5 years? A year goes by so fast in this industry, but then at the same time, like, your year has to count. You know, like,
Yes,
you've got to
yeah.
use it to progress forward and then get ready for, because a lot of our job, the conditions are outside of our control. So you have to, like, do all this work so that you're ready for when it gets good, and then you're still good enough when it's bad. And
And
so,
thank goodness we've been good enough when it was bad.
because I think it's been kind of bad.
Yeah,
Like, I think a
it's-
lot of
yeah.
people would agree
I
with
think
that.
so too. I mean, obviously, I wasn't in the business before 2022, but I
Yeah.
think so too.
I mean, a lot of, yeah. Even data shows, especially 20 to 22, it was crazy. Everyone was like, oh, I loved it.
It's so crazy when you look at like when we start talking about like market update and everything, and it's April, and we normally get this like, you know, really good spike. Like when you look at the graph, it goes like this, right? We have this big spike in spring and early summer, and you're just not feeling that. Like we've had probably the slowest March we've had in a long, long, long time. And so it's like, what is that going to look like? Is our graph this year going to look a bit different? Are we going to spike when all the BS in Iran stops? Like, will the summertime spike? I don't know.
Yeah, the delayed,
The delayed selling season.
yeah. Some people are thinking that that might happen. I mean, I think it's a 50-50 what if scenario. I do feel a hint of action. You know, we've got,
I agree. I think that when everybody asks me how the market is going, I'm like, people need to sell and buy
it's working.
all the time.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Like somebody, you know, you'll
Could be
always
better,
find somebody.
but-
It could be better for sure, but it could always be better.
But we found ways to make it work, and on either side,
God provides.
the Lord provides.